We are your home theater and AV questions answered. This is AVRant. Want your home theater or AV question answered by Tom and Rob? Send it to question@avrant.com. Welcome to AVRant. I'm Tom Andry, and I'm here with
Rob H.
Todd. Todd says, without getting too specific about brands, Todd has noticed that one particular forum poster, whose profile says he's joined the forums fairly is this going to be another anonymous thingy here? Is this going to be me trying to say something that I can't say?
I don't want us to get sued by anybody, so I'm leaving it vague.
Whatever. Anyways, whose profile says he joined the forums fairly recently, who posted a speaker shootout that seems to have garnered a lot of attention. This poster has since gone on to post on other threads that badmouth at least one speaker brand that is frequently recommended by us.
Yes.
So Todd's BS meter went off because the winner of the speaker shootout was from a company with a less than stellar reputation, as mentioned by us on a recent podcast. And dude, literally, there is nothing to sue us for because we have no money. And he bought speakers from the brand. This person, whatever, he bought speakers from the brand that was badmouthed and found the company to be extremely professional and the speakers to be better than his expectations. Okay, Todd's uncomfortable with seeing what certainly seems like a good brand being smeared, and while the winner of the shootout gets a bunch of praise and attention, clearly this isn't the first time something like this has happened. But what are our thoughts, and how do we handle situations like this? I don't do anything. I stop reading those threads. Believe me, dude, there are people right now that will, on a moment's notice, run to a forum where somebody mentions something good about me personally as a reviewer or as this podcast or anything, and will immediately post something. If Tom Andry said it, it must not be true because he is an idiot and blank and expletive and all these other things. Dude's got nothing to do. He's got a Google alert set up that says my name comes up on AVS. He's got to go in there and badmouth me. What do I do? I don't do a damn thing. And I don't care. I don't care. I can do nothing to stop that person. And just like this, I can do nothing to stop these people from doing this. And yes, I think they're wrong. I think empirically and objectively, you could show how wrong they are. And I think that no matter how much evidence you show, there's still people that think the world is flat right now. What are you going to do? I can't convince them it's not flat. They're like, no, it's flat still. It's flat. I'm like, all right. Yeah, it's on the back of a turtle too. Shut up.
Yeah, no, time takes care of this.
Yes.
Now, this is a frequent thing, and this would occasionally bother me too, because one person will post one shootout, or especially they'll post one set of measurements.
Right.
And the forums, for whatever reason, like to take that as gospel for a couple of weeks, or maybe a couple of months, maybe even a year or two. Sometimes that happens until the next one comes out, which can be the polar opposite, with no more supporting evidence than, well, here are my measurements that say differently, and all of a sudden, one of them is the devil, one of them is Jesus himself, and there's a big fight about it, and then in another year, everybody completely forgets about it because they've moved on to the next thing.
Right.
The forums are absolutely an echo chamber. It's one of the reasons Tom and I don't spend much, if any, time on a lot of the popular... We don't post there, that's for sure. And, I mean, this is a huge reason why I continue to love doing the podcast, because I went through the whole thing of trying to find the information. Because, I mean, where else are you going to go besides the forums? And there is really good information on the forums, but you have to sift through so much BS and unwelcome and just sometimes write down vitriolic language to get to it. Yeah. And you essentially have to know enough beforehand to be able to recognize the good information and filter out the bad information.
God help you on some forums or some threads if you mention SVS in a positive light.
Right, I mean, which is crazy because at one point they were the new darling on the block, right?
When I first started this thing, SVS cylinders were all they sold. Yeah. They didn't even have amps in them. Right? These guys were building them out of their garage, and people were like, these are the best things. These are the second coming. My cat exploded when I got the part. You 571. It just exploded. I got cat fur everywhere. It was awesome. I can't breathe anymore because of that fur. No, it's just let it go. It happens all the time. There's always a new speaker that comes out that's at Best Buy or Rite Aid or whatever you said, London Drugs. I don't know what that was. That people are like, oh my, I bought it. It was $30. It's the best. It's blowing away my $10,000 Magnapans. I'm like, no, it is not. You are an insane person. But people will go out and buy it. Like, I can't believe how good these are. These are only $30. I'm like, you know what? It's really easy to impress somebody who's never heard that many speakers and with a $30 speaker. Because they're like, wow, I didn't think speakers could be this loud for $30. And then that's all you have to do.
No, I mean, the stuff that is true stands the test of time.
That's right.
And the stuff that isn't falls by the wayside and ultimately gets forgotten about, sometimes to the detriment of the community, because sometimes it's good to remember the pitfalls so that when they show up again, you can recognize them. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge part of why we do the podcast.
We're very cyclical.
We're trying to save people time and money.
And it's like people are like, you keep recommending the same brands. I'm like, I do. For now. Yeah. I do.
Until it changes.
Until it changes. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that I was like, Yamaha? Nope. Forget it. In fact, denim wasn't even that high on my list.
Oh, yeah. No, there was a time that the denim was quite low on my list.
I mean, and they just, an Onkyo was the bomb. It was like, if you bought a receiver, you had to buy an Onkyo because they had the feature set. And the prices. The prices were good, and that's all I recommended. Now, I'm sorry, dude.
It's not like there's huge gaps. We're trying to go for what we think is the highest value. But this, yeah. Don't worry about the echo chamber. Time will bear it out. It'll be okay.
Step away from the forums, sir. That's what we've done, and we recommend all of you do it too. We come to us. We will help you. Want your question answered? Send it to question@avrant.com. This is AVRant.
Now go out and listen to something.